kindly invite our HRM to do that for us. Thank you.
We don't have a welcome address. We only get to introduce the facilitator for the day. Please, we are recording the seminar. So I plead with those of you in the third and fourth row to fill the second row, probably the first and second row, please. Members, we are very privileged this morning to have one of us. I don't know how to describe him. A semi internal uh, personality. When I say semi, I mean he's one of us, but he's also an external facilitator. And one of our pastors, he was commissioned in 2018, and he currently pastors the Kwabenya district, which is made up of the Covenant Chapel and Berekusu Emuna Chapel. Um, our Reverend Minister, I want to give him, when I was putting his profile down, I realized that he's a P square person in terms of profession. So one P stands for pastor and the other, so he is a um, policeman. He is a chartered accountant. Yes, so because he's a chartered accountant, he does a lot of internal audit stuff with the internal audit units of the formed police units. Amen. Aren't we privileged? He holds a diploma in theology from GTS, an MA in global leadership from the Gordon Conwell Theological Seminary, and Osofo Sergeant JKK Joy Puma Koku Glago. We are privileged to receive you. Lead today's seminar on safety and security in the church environment.
Thank you. Oh, please, can you clap for her? She did well. It's it's actually difficult to describe us. So well, I saw she was struggling, but she did very well. Clap for her again. Uh-huh. All right. I want to thank the leadership for the opportunity. In fact, you can have a lot in you, but when you are not given the opportunity, nobody sees it. So I'm very, very grateful. And I thank you also for receiving me joyfully. Can you clap for yourselves? Yes, let's bow down our heads because it's still the church environment and say a word of prayer before. Father, we thank you, we glorify you for this opportunity given to all of us. Father, it is not for showmanship, but it is for our people to understand what they need to do to remain safe and secure in this perilous and dangerous environment in which we find ourselves. We pray, knowing very well that all that will be taught will be absorbed and it will extend to other facets of the global evangelical church. We thank you for doing it in the mighty name of Jesus, Lord, we pray. Amen. Yes. So I've been given the topic safety and security in the church environment. Safety and security is something we normally belittle. And, probably because we do not understand. And Hosea chapter 4 verse 6 tells us that for lack of knowledge, my people perish. The fact that you do not understand the thing or you do not know the thing doesn't mean that if the consequences of the thing is coming, it will not affect you. So we need to know. That is why we are here today. When we are talking about safety and security, it's very broad. I know you know police officers for something. So let me just create a scenario for you, for me to see you really understand what police does before I go into the topic. About a month ago, there was a fire, a heavy fire at one of the pubs around our church in Kwabenya. They call it Sun City. Maybe you might have heard of that pub. And we were trying to call, because the church members called me, and we were trying to call people, the fire officers, to see if they can reach there early. We were not getting them. Then I said, oh, let me just rush there. So I took a motorbike to get there early. And on my way, I saw the police vehicle seriously on top speed, on siren. And it was going to the place. I knew what they were going to do. But I want to ask you, if fire is happening somewhere, there is a heavy fire somewhere, is the police necessary there? If they are there, what are they to do? Because we have a particular department which is responsible for fire and safety issues. But why is the police going there? In fact, they were even the first to go there. Yes, my brother, there is a hand back there. I just want to take your views before I go. Okay, please clap for him. He did well. Clap for him. So basically, that is all safety and security is about. So when there is fire, what we know comes to play. When there is flood, what we know comes to play. When there is theft, what we know comes to play. So police to be security officers, but you cannot deal with security without talking about safety. That's the idea I want to drive home. I hope that is clear. All right. So give me my slides and let me see if I can just explain one or two things and then we'll ask questions. It is it's a world issue. So you can see even my picture depicts it. If you look at that table, the table over there, let's go back. If you look at the table on which they are, it's not only one country that is there. You see a group of people. You see different berets. You see different people, and so it's safety and security issues happens everywhere, across the world, everywhere. In the church environment too, it is important. Most of the times we are spiritual people, so we think being spiritual covers everything. But once again, Hosea chapter 4 verse 6 tells you that for lack of knowledge, my people perish. You can perish for that. So when I say safety and security in the church environment, I think there is the need for me to break it down for you to understand every facet of it. If I say church environment, what am I trying to talk about? I want to engage you on some of these things before I talk. If I say church environment, what am I trying to talk about? Church environment. Is it only in the church premises? Is it only when we are doing praises and adoration? Is it only when someone is being preached, that environment there is being preached? That's the only place we can call church environment. I don't need you to answer. It should be rhetoric. Think about it. Is it the only thing? The answer is obviously no. The church environment expands. The head office here is a church environment. So the church environment involves the churches themselves. The church environment involves the church offices. The church environment involves um, even the pastor's mans, and the church has schools. It's still the church environment. Because when we talk of environment, there are a lot of things that makes the environment. The church environment involves all other things that is related to the church. So if I am dealing with a topic, look at it generally. Carry the knowledge here and apply it even when you go home. When that place suits the church environment, it is the same things we are learning here that comes to play. So, church environment, I think I've clarified. Safety and security too are not the same words. They are two different words. They are two different words. When we talk of safety, it is as it is remaining secure or safe. Sorry, remaining safe due to uh, unintentional occurrences. So safety comes in when the happening is unintentional. Unintentional. So it refers to protection from accidents, hazards, and related unintentional harm. So whatever makes you, because it is not something that you intentionally want to experience, then safety issues come in. But when it comes to security, security issues come in when the happening will be intentional. Somebody planned to come and steal your money. Somebody planned to attack you violently with a knife, with gun. Then security issues come in. So they are brothers. But one is the measures we put in place are as a result of addressing unintentional issues. And one, the measures are as a result of addressing intentional happiness. Permit me this morning for us to brainstorm on some of the safety and security challenges, threats, let me say so, threats that usually occasion church environments. Okay, I think for the importance of it, I will just jump because if you are talking, you're asking your questions, it will still come pop up. And per the introduction I have given, I believe it is obvious that you know that it's very, very important. Or is there any question around that area? Let's move on. So, for safety issues, common ones that are threats to us in the church environment, especially the head office here, as well as our churches and our mansions out there, we have fire outbreaks. Fire outbreaks are very common, just as I was citing an example earlier. Fire outbreaks are very common, and there are issues that make it happen. Please, can you go back for me? And some of the issues are maybe you have electrical faults, which means those in charge of electrical issues should be careful. As after we have gone through this, you should begin to be taking note of them and be careful to make sure you do the right things for us not to experience what we don't want to experience. We also may have those cooking in the kitchen, maybe doing one or two things. I hope they are not here because I know they are preparing for you. So they may be doing one or two things that can lead to fire. You are aware. There may be flammable liquids, flammable substances, materials that may be placed somewhere carelessly that can also cause fire. As long as it is an environment where humans are, human activity generally can cause fire. Some of the threats can also be medical emergencies. That one, it happens. It also happens unexpectedly. It happens often unexpectedly. Somebody fainting. What are the measures in place to deal with that? These are some of the things I want us to look at today. Somebody comes to work or goes to church and experiences a heart attack. We don't say it should happen, but as long as we are human beings, these things can happen. You can agree with me that they can happen, right? So we should prepare for them. We should prepare for them. You have staircase here. We don't want it to happen, but somebody can fall. Are there measures in place that people will not fall? Or even when people fall, they will not get hurt? These are some of the things I want us to look at. And the others, child safety, especially when we go back home because most of you do not bring your children here. I know with time we have a place where the nursing mothers you can come and then you put your children. Yeah, it is part of safety and security. Uh-huh. It is part of safety and security. As I'm talking, the internal auditor is looking at me. I hope the finance officer is also here so that they put their heads together to see how this can happen here. So that the nursing mothers, you have your children safe around the church environment. So these children are very vulnerable. So they are also areas of threat. So when I'm talking, I may not go specifically, but to be general with them. Crowd control problems. Whenever we go for conventions, crusades, rallies, weddings, and the rest, funerals, because of crowd, if you do not get proper measures in place, you can experience what happened on the May 9th of 2001 in Ghana here, which is a very unfortunate issue, stampede. Yes. So safety and security measures help to prevent some of these things. When we go on, there are other threats. I've put all of them together because I know by now, by my introduction, you know the difference between safety and security. So let's move on quickly, my brother. I have about so environmental hazards. The typical security threats are theft and burglary, stealing. I've heard that sometimes people close from work here, they are going home, then they are attacked on the way. What measures can we put in place to prevent some of these things? These are the things we are looking at. Even in the church, when you are going home, when you are coming to work, the church environment generally. These are some of the things we wanted to look at. Let's move on. I saw this quote. So before I'm now going to the substantive issue, which I'll just deal with and then I will bring it to an end. I saw this quote and I liked it. I didn't know the author. The author, he said, prepare and prevent. When you prepare, you are able to prevent. The meaning of the quote is what I'm trying to highlight. He said, prepare and prevent. But the real meaning is it means when you prepare, you are able to prevent. So if you always give your security to God, oh, it is over to God. You're not doing anything about it. It will happen and you'll be surprised. So you need to prepare so that you can prevent. Then he went on to say, don't repair and repent. Don't repair and repent. Meaning, if you are always used to, if it happens, then I will address it. You will always be repenting. That's the meaning it carries. So always it should happen, then I will address it. In fact, it had been an African syndrome. We always allow things to happen before we start addressing it. If there is no motor accident, we don't know that the Voxy that came has structural defective designs. We never knew. If there was no motor accident, we didn't know that we need to construct the road well. So whenever you are always used to repairing, you will be repenting. I like the quote. I don't know if you like it. Do you like it? All right. And so we want to look at some of the safety measures that we can use or can put in place for the church environment to be safe. We are talking about safety. That is for the sake of unintentional harm. Fire safety measures include fire extinguishers, which you all know by now. And as I came in, I was observing they are there. But there are certain things we need to do about them. The fire extinguisher, if I take it right now, about half of the people gathered here, they may not know how to use it. So if we are looking at it for us to prevent fire, then if the fire extinguisher is there, whatever we need to do for the fire extinguisher, when it happens to use it properly, we must do it. This includes possibly writing instructions about how to use it, even pasting it around the fire extinguisher. It's very good. You can do it that way. So if it is not done, begin to look at it. Emergency exit. Creating emergency exit in case of fire. Right now we are here. In case of fire, where do we pass? So now you are looking around. So maybe as I'm mentioning, you'll be seeing the faults. So I will not be the one saying it. For the electrical issues, regular electrical inspections can prevent this. And training people to handle this is part of it. Avoiding overloading electrical sockets. These are the petty ones you can do personally in the offices. One electrical socket, you don't load it too much, it can blow. That can lead to fire. Some of these things are very basic, and then we should be able to be okay with that. And in major organizations and organizations that are safety conscious, they organize fire drills. So they will blow a fire alarm to see how people, after they have put in place all the safety measures for against fire, they will blow once a while. They will do that to see how people respond to in case fire happens, how people will go out. So that is a drill just to prepare the people in the facility. Some of these things can be done here too. It can be done here too. And how we'll do it, we'll be talking about it briefly. Health and medical preparedness. You should always be prepared health-wise in case, just as I was saying, health emergencies can also happen. And before they happen, you should be prepared. So you should have first aid, which I know you have, first aid kits. But aside that, our people should be trained on basic health emergency response. Basic health emergency response. For example, if somebody faints, how do you resuscitate the person? How do you, if you wait until you get to the hospital, the person may die before that time. So if that cannot even be done, you create a clinic here so that you have health professionals handling that. It makes your people safe. Mm. All right. Building safety. Because of the syndrome of no money, any building at all, church people are found of occupying it. Any building at all. It happened quite recent this year. He said some people were gathering around a building. And when I saw the picture of the building before the collapse, I said, how can I carry people and put them there? They were organizing church there, and the church collapsed, the building collapsed on them. Well, it happened this year. I don't know if you heard it. The building had structural defects and it was glaring. But because no money, oh, God will protect. So this thing sometimes even affects the spirituality of the church, because people can stop church because of some of these things. Well, you have been telling them God will do, and now God didn't do. So interestingly, we blame God for what He's not responsible for. This is the duty of leadership to address. And so this is some of it. I'm not putting any leader on the spot here. I'm just trying to explain this. All right. So building safety issues, I think this is clear. Now, when it comes to church, all the time we must lay down policies to protect children. As I said earlier, children are vulnerable. So I'm doing this for the sake of both the head office as well as our pastors when they go back to their churches. And the presbyters here, when you go back, the things you need to do. If you have children ministry, every worker of the children ministry need to be screened. You should be sure of those who go to your children, because children are unable to express the safety threats early. So before anybody comes, oh, I'm a Sunday school teacher, then you just carry the person and put there. You don't know what will happen. Screen the person. Screening means make investigation about the person too. As well as if you have a good Sunday school building, before the person gets in, whatever is coming with, use protocol screening. Yes, even the non-Sunday school teachers, before they enter church to teach children, they should be screened. That day, you don't know how the person came. You don't know where the person woke up from. It should be a daily practice. So for the child protection issues, it's very, very important. We normally neglect it. When you go to churches and the Sunday school is in their old building, then we need to stop. We need to stop. The old building that is structurally defective, that's where we put the children. Very dangerous. Anything can happen. So that's why I'm telling the head office now. You are head office staff. So I'm telling you, It should get down to our churches. Oh, me hui me apa ye yema. Me ko ko tona de view. You should be careful about that. Yes. Yeah. So, and if you're a pastor here, your children ministry, your eye should be there. Every morning when I go to church, the first place I go is the children ministry. I'll go there first, greet them, talk to them. As I'm talking, I'm observing. If something doesn't look right, I'll talk about it before I leave there. Please let us make it a habit, especially pastors. And I know some of my mates are also here. Please make it a habit. All right. Let's look at the security measures. These ones regard concern intentional harm. So we call them security measures, where somebody intentionally want to do harm. What measures are necessary to prevent that? Access control. The computer guys understand this very well. But access control can be virtual, it can be physical. So as a police officer, I'm coming from the point of physical. So when somebody will enter a building, at least they must meet security. So the security man here, sometimes I've been putting you on the test. Uh, uh, they must meet security. You'll be here. All right, just trying to liven the pace more. They must meet security. We should not just be walking into our buildings anyhow. Carry bomb and come and then blow everybody here. So the security should be provided with screening devices, access control. So you don't just enter with anything. I don't expect somebody, a bodyguard or something like that, who is carrying a weapon on him to just enter here and visit moderator just like that. You are looking at him. You need to take the weapon. If he's not ready, he should go and deposit at another police station before he comes. You don't know the mind the person is bringing. So today, nobody's screaming. If I'm having listen, a weapon on me, you don't know. Maybe right now there's maybe internal auditor is the one worrying me. Then I just remove it. You don't know. So management, I hope you are hearing me. Yes. Nobody should just enter our facilities just like people should not just enter our facilities just like that. They should be screened. So that is the meaning of access control, the physical one. Checking them. And it's part of it. Uh, restricted areas should be locked. And only those with access should open it. Only. Only. I don't know how we can do it for some of the designs, our structures too are a problem to us anyway. The synod clerk and the moderator's place should have had extra security in my uh, candid view. You shouldn't just come to reception from there, you just enter synod clerk's office. In my candid view. Fortunately, the synod clerks we always have. The moderator, after the moderator is up, so his is better. They are all good people, so nobody want to harm them. But let's look at the design of even our buildings. It helps access control. Anyway, they will tell me there's no money, so let me just go on. All right. I beg you, leadership. I'm not putting you on the spot, too. All right. So, people coming out. Surveillance systems too are very important. Surveillance, when we talk about surveillance, it's about monitoring systems. So monitoring systems can also be virtual, it can also be physical. Um, CCTV cameras are the popular ones we know. But even human beings can also act as surveillance. So those who were being attacked when they were leaving office, it is probably because you were working alone or you were working in two. If you know you stay late, at least about 3 people or 4 people should stay late. Don't stay late alone. Yes. So that when you are going in a group. No criminal alone will want to attack 4 people. No. They'll think twice. They'll think twice. Because if you attack one, the others will also do something. So it's also part of surveillance. So your partner becomes the one observing you, monitoring you. You are also monitoring him. So please, uh, if you leadership, you keep some people in. It shouldn't be somebody alone. If the person will stay in, then you should stay in with some people. So when they are going home, they go home together. I hope that is clear. Now, there's also the need for trained security teams. And yes, we have some at the head office now, but regular training is important for them. They should be well trained. Every day, security is transforming. Security is transforming. Oh. Security is transforming. The modus criminals use about 20 years ago, they are not using it again. Oh. Even about 3 years ago, it has changed. Oh. So our security too must be trained. And security training is not limited to those in uniform. There can be people in the offices who receive security training to help in 1 or 2 areas, especially those handling money. At least there should be people in there with security training. Yes. I will not go into details because maybe I'll be exposing many things. When I meet them one on one, maybe I'll tell them that one. Uh-huh. So training is important. So as I talked about security training, I've added the financial security to it in a way you can, when you read the slides or you go through the slides, you understand. This one, I coined it especially for the church. In the church, how money is being counted, where money is being kept, how money is carried along. All those ones must be looked at. Money must not be kept in somebody's house after church. If tomorrow is telling you that he or she was attacked, what can you say? You don't do that. Huh. Every pastor's office, at least you have a safe, in my candid view. If money will not go to bank immediately, it should be in a very secure safe where the financial secretary or treasurer can come later the following day and come and take the money and send to bank. If the money is huge, you can call the bank to come and take their money. That's their business. So all those ones should be looked at. I'm just trying to brainstorm because I know you'll be asking me questions. My time is up. Okay, so please let's run through the rest. Let's run. So church leadership, I mentioned you severally. You have a role to play. It is your role to develop the policies for safety. It's your role to train the workers to make sure they are trained. It's your role to encourage everybody to be aware of the security situations, especially the things that are happening that are security threats. People should know. Those in the work environment, the church environment should know so that they will also be able to act accordingly. Those who visit, like my pastor who had visited today, the security threat around, you should make him aware so that you know what you need to do. That awareness should be general to all stakeholders. That awareness is necessary. Then safety equipment, those that people need to work. Our security men here need safety equipment to help. If they are health workers, they need safety equipment. You yourself, the worker, sometimes you need some safety equipment that can help you. Um, I may not mention anyone now because time is also at time. When you ask questions and I remember, I will talk. And then you need to, this one is very, very important. There are many things you can't do for yourselves alone. So you need to collaborate or cooperate with the local authorities to help you remain secure. And important among them are the police and the fire service. If you want to run fire drills, you need to invite the fire service, guide you through. It's very, very important. At least they know more about the fire and fire related issues. The police, yes, you have invited me. So you are collaborating with us. Is that not it? So keep doing it. You have done well. Please clap for our HRM. Then please, what will be our role? We those who are, when we are talking about leadership, people are laughing. What about we, the common floor members? What will be our role in all this? What will be our role in all this? Uh, so Whether you're a church member or you're a staff of the workplace, the church environment, your role is when you see something, you say something. Number one, you report suspicious activities. If the thing looks suspicious, Ghana, it's a culture we have inherited, and it's difficult. People find it difficult to report things. Even somebody's movement around your house, if it is suspicious, just report that some guy have been moving here. Report to the police station before something happens. In the work environment, report to the authorities, the leadership. Report to them before something happens. But that's that kind of life. But those who have traveled outside, you've seen it. You are just walking your way because you are even black. They've not seen you there before. They will call police for you. Yes. Yes. So if you see something that looks bad, now this thing can cause problem. Report it. It looks suspicious. Report it. You report it to leadership and they also carry it on. It helps to make us safe and secure. There are other things we need to do. For us, we comply. So when there are instructions as a staff member, you should comply with the safety instructions or security instructions that are there. It helps you. It helps you to remain safe as well as helps others not to inflict harm on them. And don't don't be doing things anyhow, carelessly. In the office, you leave sockets on. Some people they will go home, they'll switch on the socket. They only remove their phone. They left everything on. They are going home. That is careless. Don't do that. Those working in the kitchen, be very careful how you deal with fire. All these things, they are very, very important. When people, it's also your duty to help each other. So when people are vulnerable, security, for instance, somebody is staying in, or they've asked two people to stay in, and you know you're not going to do anything in the house. You can also help to join staying with the person so that when the person is going, you walk the person home, at least to minimize that vulnerability. Yes. In case the person is even hurt, how do you, as I said, faint or had a heart attack. How do you resuscitate the person? All these things are things we need to do as staff. We should. Security is a shared responsibility, so we should look at others. We should take care of others. We should think of others, how to make them secure. Your actions should not put another tool at risk. All right. On this note, I want to, because I've looked at the rules, after the challenges, we know them. Gamelio is one of it. Yeah, so there's no money. It's one of it. So, so you look at them and then move on. All right. So the recommendations should actually come from you and from all that I have taught. What then do we do for us to remain safe and secure uh, in the work environment? So the recommendations are basically highlighting all that I have taught. So you can add some to it. Yes. Regular safety inspection, training staff, installing modern security systems, CCTV cameras where they are supposed to be, they should be. Other things that are necessary, facilities to scan people, scanning for access control, all these ones are important. And then collaboration with police and the rest. So these things I've said them already. On this note, I want to say that we need to, just as that quote, the quote I love so much, you need to prepare so that we can prevent. We need to prepare so that we can prevent and not be used to repairing so that we will always be repenting. Thank you for your audience. God bless you. There are more to say, but I knew I didn't have time. I am ready for questions so that I can just. Yes, our senior. Please, will they be using microphones? So we have a senior man here who want to ask a question. Or you use my microphone. Okay.
Thank you very much for the program. I have questions.
Yes, sir.
When we look at Global Evangelical Church and other churches, We have very big auditoriums.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we don't have fire extinguishers in them. So it's now when you are teaching the thing and say, when I go, I have to get one. But the question I want to ask is, how long would it take a fire extinguisher to expire?
It depends. It depends. But they have a renewal system. If you engage the fire service, they themselves know when yours will expire. But on the average, pardon? A year. On the average, a year. But it depends. Depending on industrial ones are also there. So, but they have a regular routine checkup they do for it.
And my second question has to do with my area.
Mhm.
You know, there is law that we must not possess arms. But for security measures, I think individuals, we can have one to protect ourselves. And then I want to ask, is still maybe 25 rounds advisable for a civilian to take? And two, how do you go about it if it is prudent for the civilian to possess uh, maybe 25 rounds? What should be the procedures so that we can at least protect ourselves? Because where I am, you'll be in the house and sometimes they'll come and bend you. That is what is going on now. It's only, let's say, last week from Wednesday up to yesterday that I left that. I've not heard anything. You know what I'm saying. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Yes, it's a good question. You are laughing. Uh, Jesus Christ, when he was about to leave, he asked the disciples, "When I sent you, did you need something?" They said, "No." Okay. You didn't send anything to, which we all know they didn't send anything. But he told them, "Now I'm leaving. So whatever you have, sell it. Go and buy a knife." It is not wrong for you to have a raffle. Yeah, you need to have, but it is not like tomatoes you can just go to the market and buy. So you will have to contact us. You go to any arms and ammunition office of the Ghana Police Service. It is normally under the CID. They will look for the raffle for you. Even if you have seen the raffle, you will have to show them this is the raffle I want to buy. And they will go and help you buy it. You can't just go and buy. If you trade, apart from that, that's one aspect. There are also registered magazines. Only few who trade in arms. They can go take weapon from Russia and bring it to Ghana, and they can sell to you. But they too, they will have to consult. So their own, if you go to them, they will also have to come to the police before they can sell to you. So always, if you are going to them too, you come to police before you go. If they also sell to you, they come to police before they sell to you. So that is how it's not like you can just go and buy shoe or something. So you have to go. Every regional headquarters has arms and ammunition office. Mhm. So at your place in Kwanta, the police region is Dambai. The police region is Dambai. So you can just go there. Yes, sir. I hope I've answered the question. All right. You are entitled. Yes. So the Jesus quote I gave is you are entitled. Yes, you can go as much as 25 rounds. Because they will have to criminal profile you before they give what they want to give to you. Uh-huh.
Okay. Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah.
I just want to give a little caution in relation to the request. There's a wise saying that says that those who live by the arm die by the arm. You know, for a non-security person or someone who does not have adequate security training, my little caution I would want to give is that your preference should not be to even buy an arm. Because if you're not careful, the arm you have is what will be used to destroy you. It should be better. Your first option should be how to intensify the security around yourself such that your assailant can use your security architecture can use the arm to defend you against your assailant, but not you yourself. But if you have a pastor or pastors, chairman having 25 rounds, if you are not careful, so I'm pleading. You see, because ammunition, as a policeman said, is not like to. Seriously speaking, because a very hardened criminal or someone who knows how to assail, even without ammunition, can disarm you. So you can have an arm. He knows what to do to disarm you and take that ammunition from you. So it shouldn't be a quick preference. You see, if you look at the Western world, you see America is suffering from gun control because they have opened the floodgates that once you are 18 years, you can go to a shop and buy an arm. You need to train the brain of the person so well before the person can handle an ammunition. So I'm pleading that we should not be quick to even seeking for how to acquire an ammunition. Let's rather intensify our security protocols to make sure we are well defended by structures around us and not we ourselves owning ammunition. It should be reserved for, the minority few who have what it takes, the wherewithal to handle ammunition. That's my little contribution.
Yeah, you could anyway. Yo, please, there is this is only a contribution, so I'll not respond to it. There is a hand up here. There's a hand up here. There's also a hand up there. So it can be 1, 2, 3. Now you yourself too.
Yes,
So
please.
1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-huh. I think I saw 1, 2 back there. 5. So we'll go in that order. Thank you.
So thank you very much for what you're teaching us this afternoon. Yes, my question has to do with what should be the quick response when you are attacked on your way to work or from work. You are attacked by somebody. So you are carrying a bag and they want your bag. What do you do? Do you just leave your bag or there's some self-defense mechanism you can
Yes,
employ?
Yes, if you are alone, you don't have the wherewithal. As he is saying, you have not been trained to respond to some of these things. Just leave it. We will find it for you.
So the next thing would be to report to the
Yes.
police.
So
But we report and we don't have any results. Yes.
so we do follow-ups. But now I'll be engaged. So I'll be involved fully. So let's see. But you don't fight because when you are going to fight, you don't know how prepared that person is. Maybe he's having gun or knife on the person. Because of your small bag, you want to die and leave the children. So you you leave it. We'll look for it for you. Especially if it's phone now. Now when they take phone, we catch them easily. They don't even know how we are doing it. Take phone now, we catch you easily. We are wired, especially in Accra. Oh, we are wired. So don't worry.
Okay.
There's a follow-up question. But your the big men are here. Oh. So you don't worry. Let's wait. We'll take your follow-up. Let the big men finish their question. Don't worry. We'll talk at our level.
Yes, one of the security or safety issues has to do with protection against flooding. Yes. And you know that in Accra, some people sell lands that get eventually cause the flooding because the building is on waterway. Now, supposing I live in a house, but I am not in the water, I'm on a very legally acquired, the right place. Then someone is building at the wrong place. How protected would I be if I come and report that someone is building at the wrong place?
Because that duty doesn't fall under the police. So it will be difficult for us unless you report to the town planning who are supposed to deal with that. But as a citizen, you have the right to sue that person directly. You have the right. Because that's nuisance. In thought. That's nuisance. So you can sue that person directly for the person to be stopped. The court, the reliefs you seek, it should be part of the court stopping the person from doing it, because you know that's when you have every fact that that place is not a place to build. Yes. So you can even sue that person directly to court. But we don't like going to court. That's also another thing. But report to the town, I think town planning, right?
All right, thank you.
I don't know. Have I answered the question? Yes, thank you.
Well, mine is about our churches that are not well lit, especially in the night. We see people still, it's common for people to enter the chapel and steal PA systems and all that. But in an engagement in my community with the police, the first thing they taught us was that make sure your place is properly lighted. The light around your house must be top notch. Every thief will run away from light. But our churches don't seem to be well lit, and that's creating problems. I don't know if we will have to uh, do a policy to regulate how our churches are lit.
The church buildings and the things they need, there should be a policy on that. I think so. So what you have suggested, I think is good. There should be a policy on that. You don't just build anyhow and then leave it anyhow, because when the damage comes, it affects the church.
Yes.
So I think there should be a policy on it.
So in our homes too, let's be careful. Don't ignore lighting around your house. There must be proper lighting. It scares thieves away.
Yes.
My second contribution will be that we all have to be conscious about the little things around it. Yesterday, I went to Senior Clark's house and I noticed that there is a fire extinguisher outside. And the way I saw the fire extinguisher, I wonder if we had been refilled for. So I looked at it carefully. I tried to look at the expiry date. It's not showing. It means that particular one, it has not been serviced for a long time. So security personnel, other staffs, even the fire extinguisher close to you, always check and be sure that it is up to date. Otherwise, to be there one day you pick it to use and you can't get the result you want. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. So I think by now you should have somebody with that responsibility. Okay. Uh, you- so if that is not here, then it means that's a lapse. There should be somebody with that responsibility. Somebody with that
Our
responsibility.
cars too, our cars.
Yes, so that's one our cars, personal one. That one, most of the people are corporates. Uh-huh. Yeah, so it's not forever. It's not for even using it for a whole year. I think within the year it need to be service or so. They have that arrangement too. Yes, they have that arrangement too. But that's why I say it depends. They can give you the full year one that every year then you service it. You see. So it depends anyway. Combine the three and then talk about it.
Thank you very much. Please, mine is not a
Yes,
question.
there was a
but
number.
It's an appeal. And since you are trying to talk to the church community, it's an experience we had at our branch. So with the fire service, I don't know whether there's a special concession for groups or organizations when they want this fire extinguishers and all that. Because let me digress a bit. When we wanted to do our land registration, excuse me, but the church in a way couldn't really help us. So it took a lot of effort to and fro to get the land documented. And even the building being gazetted, they had to come and do some inspections. Fire service will have to issue extinguisher, and it was really difficult. So I don't know whether I know some pastors are doing well. I don't know how many pastors can try and do this on regular basis so that all these things will be unified. So if there could be a platform that maybe they will be conscientized one, and how the church, the head office can also come in for these procedures to be reduced, or the burden to be reduced a bit. That's all I want to make. Thank you.
So it's an appeal to leadership, and they are here listening. So I will not talk about it. But for the building issue, I think Accra Presbytery now has a building and development committee or so, something like that. That will now be helping with those things. So I think the presbytery is also helping in that area. But I am of the view that if they even leave it to the church, they are strengthening you. They are building capacity. If you're able to do it, the church, if you're able to do it, the church, the individual churches will now have people who can do that for other things. Mm. Sorry, if I say individual is wrong. Individual congregations. Uh-huh. Okay. I think leadership are taking it. I'm only talking. You gave it was an appeal to leadership and they've heard. So they will sit at leadership meetings and address it. Number two, you said should the gate be left open? No, because of what we learned right now, it's control. You don't just allow anybody to be entering anyhow. But I don't want to talk for them. But I also want to believe that the nature of the gate opening, and when you come to many of our security installations, is the one we pull. Rolling. So that one, see someone, then you roll and then you close. But before you roll, you check before you come and just roll. But if it is the type that when I come and open the thing, then I'll go and open. I will. But in any case, it should not be left open just like that. We are a church, so we think nobody wants to harm us. But the whole world is becoming dangerous now. So we don't just allow anybody to just enter anyhow. We close it, we check, you and I will design something and then we will approach him. Yes. So thank you. All right. My time is up. This cannot be, you can see that how do you call it? I left certain things. I skipped certain things. So if I get another forum, I'll see how best I can address the challenges. But for my security too, I'll be talking to them. So thank you so much. God bless you for having me.
Thank you so much for